It's always a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, always a pleasure to have a great showbiz entertainer on the show. And tonight is no exception. Please welcome Mr. Showbiz himself, Mr. Tommy Cockles.
Hello, Belgium. You're right. We have many things on the show tonight, not least the collapse of civilization. Later on in the programme, we'll be examining just why trout farming is dying out in the inner cities. But first on the show, my first guest, an old friend of mine and yours, Mr. Robert De Niro.
Hey, Vicky, you think I'm gaining a few pounds here, huh? That championship belt on me. That's what I'm gonna gain. You think I'm dumb, don't you, huh? I know what you've been doing. You've been eating my sweets. I'm gonna go to that drawer, Vicky, and I'm gonna look in that drawer. You know, I wanna find in there the Milky Way, the Maltesers, and the family bag of Rebels. You understand me? Watch my lips here. A family bag of Rebels. You're like a fat pig. Hey, Vicky, what, are you going out now? What's this, makeup? Huh? Show me the purse. Bring it over here. Bring it over here. What's this, a ripple? Huh? Hey, I could have been a confectioner.
Well, thank you very much. You're most kind. Now, it's time on the show to go to that old friend of all yours, the old music hall entertainer, Billy Finch. Hello, my name is Billy Finch, and I'm a musical entertainer. I was born and raised in the music halls, and they were marvellous, lush places. They're quite like this, really, in some ways, but much more pleasant. And of a Friday, the poor would gather, and they would be given what was affectionately known as a tuppenny roof ticket. And then they would be shown onto the roof. They wouldn't see the show, but it didn't really bother them at all. And then they would come down afterwards, and they would clean out the stalls. But there were marvellous, wonderful times, and things have changed. And I remember Lord Delfont used to arrange all the shows in those days. And at the end of each show, he used to roll me a Mint Imperial. And do you know, he knew every knot on the boards, and he'd go, Tommy, I got something for you here. And he'd just roll it, and it would stop, just so there. And I'll pick it up, and I'll go, thank you, Lord Delfont, like that. But they really were marvellous times. They're quite wonderful. And there was a host of great stars. There was Simkin and Babcock, and June Snelling, and me, and Guru Josh. And I remember, they really were wonderful times. I remember my wife Marie, she used to keep all the Mint Imperials that he gave me, and on a Thursday, she would say, Tommy, what have I got here? I go, what have you got there? And she'd say, what have I got here? I say, well, what have you got there? And she'd go, it's your Mint Imperials. And she'd hold them up like that and just set them down there. But they were wonderful times. I remember Lord Delfont was taken very ill, and it was a terrible shame. He was in the hospital, and I went to see him. I put on my best bib and tucker, and I went to the hospital, and it was a marvellous place. There's great panelled walls, and we went there inside, and the nurses were all hustling and bustling. And I went up to his room. He was in a private room, of course. And I went in there, and he was breathing very shallowly, just lying there as if in death's mask, was just creeping over him. And I said, all right, Lord Delfont. And he said, piss off, Tommy. And I did, and I left by the back entrance, and there you go. Well, that's the end of the show tonight. Anyway, I'd be very pleased. Thank you very much indeed.